Today, we're going to dive into what is pretty much the essential toolkit for any service delivery manager. We're calling it the KPI compass, and for good reason. It's designed to help you navigate your way to what true service success actually looks like. So let's just start with a really big question. I mean, you know your services are up and running, right? Tickets are getting closed, but are they truly successful? How do you actually prove the value you're delivering, beyond just keeping the lights on? Well, to answer that, you don't need some complex, overwhelming map with a million different routes. Nope, you just need a compass. A simple, reliable tool that points you in a few crucial directions to guide your decisions and, frankly, prove your worth. Okay, so let's dive into this compass. And our first direction, our true north, is always the customer. It all has to start with understanding how they actually feel about the service they're getting. The most direct way to measure this feeling is with customer satisfaction, or CSAT, as you probably know it. This is that immediate feedback you get right after an interaction. You can think of it as the in-the-moment pulse check on their happiness. And listen, we're not aiming for just okay here. A really strong target is to keep that score above a 4.5 out of 5. Anything less than that can signal some hidden friction in your services. Hitting this number consistently, that's a sign of truly high-quality service delivery. But, those individual interactions are only one part of the story. To see the bigger picture, we use the Net Promoter Score, or NPS. This zooms out and measures long-term loyalty. It separates your customers into 3 groups. Promoters, the ones who absolutely love you. Passives, who are kind of neutral. And detractors, who are unhappy. The goal here is a score over 30, because that shows you're building real, genuine advocacy. So the crucial takeaway here is the difference between these two. CSAT is all about the transaction. It's asking, hey, are you happy with this one specific fix? But NPS is relational. It's asking, based on your whole experience with us, would you actually recommend us? You absolutely need to be tracking both. All right, let's turn our compass to the next point, the operations engine. So we understand how the customer feels. Now we have to turn inward and ask, how efficiently and effectively are we actually working? Now, here we have 2 metrics that get confused all the time, but they are critically different. Mean time to respond is all about the speed of acknowledgement, just letting the user know, hey, we got this, we're on it. Mean time to resolve is about the speed of the actual fix. One measures communication, the other measures resolution. Both are super important. Beyond just speed, we've got to look at core stability. So first, are you meeting your service level agreements, those promises you made to the business, over 95% of the time? Second, is your service even available when people need it? The gold standard is 99.9% availability. And finally, when people do call you, are you solving their problem on the first try? A strong first contact resolution rate, somewhere between 70 and 85%, shows your team is knowledgeable and empowered. These 3 metrics, together, they really form the bedrock of a reliable service. And this chart, this perfectly illustrates the real goal of proactive work. You don't just want to be good at fixing problems, you want to have fewer problems to fix in the first place. A falling incident volume trend is the proof that your problem management is working and that the service is getting more stable over time. And finally, in operations, we have to talk about change. I mean, it's great to deploy new features, but not if they end up breaking things, right? A change success rate over 90% means you're actually improving the service without causing a bunch of new incidents. It's a key measure of careful, quality execution. Okay, now for our final point on the compass. And honestly, this is the one that connects everything we do to the wider organization, the business bottom line. How do our technical efforts translate into actual, tangible business value? A fundamental metric here is cost per ticket. This number, which includes everything from your engineer's time to software licenses, it grounds your operations in financial reality. Tracking it lets you directly measure how your efficiency initiatives are impacting the bottom line. And the goal is pretty simple. Drive this number down. So how do you lower that cost? Well, automation is a huge lever to pull. This chart shows the ideal trend. Quarter over quarter, more and more tickets are being resolved by bots or self-service portals. This frees up your human engineers to do more complex work, and it directly shows a massive increase in operational efficiency. In all of this, it feeds into the idea of a continuous improvement loop. This isn't some big, one-time project. It's a cycle. You measure your performance, you find an opportunity like automation, you launch an initiative, and you deliver value. Then you start all over again. It's this cycle that just perpetually drives the business forward. So, as we wrap things up, let's really focus on this key idea. Your KPIs, your points on the compass, they are not just for creating reports that look backwards. They are your navigational tools for making smarter decisions about tomorrow. Ultimately, this is the main takeaway. When you speak in terms of CSATs, SLA compliance, and cost per ticket, you are speaking the language of business value. You're translating all that technical effort into outcomes that the entire organization can understand and really appreciate. So, I'll just leave you with this final thought. You now have the 3 cardinal directions for your compass: customer feeling, operational function, and business value. Your compass is set. So, what story is it going to tell?